Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Dave Doc DIY. Today I'm going to be installing something I've seen in the stores for a while now. It's these Leviton push-click done switches. Now, if you've ever seen a regular switch, they usually have screw terminals on them. This one has the push to click on it. Now, I'm curious about these. They look like they're actually really well made. In the back, you can see the terminals are back there and you slide and lock. Very similar to Wago connectors where you just slide your wire into here and click and you're on. And this is me trying to pull this out of it as hard as I can. And I've used these. I think they're great. I think they're simple. They make things a lot easier. I'm rarely ever worried about a wire popping out of one of these. So let's throw this into this real quick, give it a little pull test, and then I have a three-way switch that I'm gonna go replace over here, and we'll see how simple it is. Also, ignore the mess behind me. I'm reorganizing all my tools and stuff in my garage. I just ripped a light out in here. It's a war zone in here right now, but it's real. Not everything is perfect all the time. So yeah, got a lot of tools behind me. They're about to be reorganized a little bit later though. So I'm going to throw this wire into the ground terminal just because you're not supposed to sit there and rip at it. I'm not going to try to screw up one of the actual powered terminals here. You can see there's actually a guide here for how long your wire should be. It's right on the back side of the outlet. So when you strip your wire, you want it to be that long. Pretty simple. Let's throw our ground wire in here. Click. Yeah, I can tell that's nice and solid. I'm pulling that pretty good. Now what I'm going to do here now, after all that pulling, is take this out. We're going to throw our wire back in, lock it, and do the pull test again. It's solid. It's solid. Let's go throw it in and see how well it works. Wait till you see how old the switch I'm replacing is. Now the first thing I'm doing over here is shutting off the breaker. It's going to be easy for me to tell when I get the right breaker off because the lights in the garage will go off. So we're going to find our breaker, then we're going to run over there and test to make sure power's off. And when I said this is an old switch, I wasn't joking. I've replaced other ones of these in my house. I'm trying to get them all eliminated. You can see, I mean, look at this plate. This, who knows what the heck this thing's been through. But yeah, that is the old switch, and it's just these. I can't even tell you how old they are. Now what I'm going to do right now is test here and make sure my power is actually off. You can see these terminals are just sitting on the front here. Power is off. What we're going to do now is remove this switch. Of course, it looks like the common on this is going to be neutral, because on three-way switches, you have a common, which is your power, and then you have two travelers, which will be cutting off the power to your light. Now, what's nice about this switch is it actually tells you where your traveler goes, and where your common goes. So it's nice. It's labeled on there for you and obviously color coded. And the tools I have for this: screwdriver, pair of linesman's pliers. I actually just bought these because my brother has mine. I'm pretty sure you owe me 20 bucks, bro. And then my wire strippers right here, which I don't know if I'm gonna have to use. Oh, and my tester that I just dropped. And you know, I'm actually gonna show you a way that you can find out what your traveler and your common wires are if you're not sure, if someone mismatched it in your house. I'll show you a way you can find that. So right now I'm just going to grab my linesman pliers, straighten these bad boys out. I gotta admit too, I just bought these from Home Depot, these DeWalt linesman's pliers, because honestly I have a lot of Milwaukee tools, but Milwaukee's linesman's pliers were like 40 bucks. These were 20. So to me, these are good. And they got this pivoting rod on them where I've cut some pretty thick wire and it really has a good grip on it. I'm a fan of them. Just always be careful if you're doing electrical work. Obviously, it can be dangerous, but sometimes the simple fixes can be simple. Know your limits, and if you're not comfortable doing something like this, don't do it. What I'm gonna do here really quick is throw some wire nuts on these. So I have everything wire nutted right here. I'm going to turn the power on and get my tester just to make sure I know where my power is coming from for this switch. But again, safety first. Everything's capped off here. Make sure they're on there nice and tight. I'm gonna go hit this breaker and confirm where our power is. All right, power is on. Check our black. Red has power. Neutral does not. So white and black are our travelers. Red is our power. There you go. I just shut that breaker off. Gonna do a double check to make sure power is off and we're good. I'm actually gonna get some fresh wire right here and strip these because you never know. Sometimes when you're using old wires that have been bent around and then you straighten them out, it can weaken it a little bit. So I'm actually gonna strip these again real quick. These are nice and straight for our terminals. All right, travel, common. Going to hook up my common first, which is the black terminal. Click that in. Going to hook up my new white traveler right here. We're going to hook up the black right here. As you can see, we are in. Now the ground in this, I'm not totally, wow. Now as you can see, old school, this has the ground wrapped around the metal plate in there. So we're gonna slide this in and do a little test here. Now these also have a nice long plate cover on them. I don't know if you need special covers for these. I'm actually going to look into that. Pretty sure these are regular size though. Let's turn the power on, let's test it out. All right, we have power on, moment of truth. It works. Nice, simple. Now I like to use these Leviton Plus plates. They are 3/8 larger than your common plate. But to me, you never know if your plate is going to cover or not. I just always buy the bigger ones no matter what. And yeah, this fits on here easily. Make sure your screws are lined up if you have OCD. Nice and tight. Can't beat that. Guys, overall, I gotta say, very impressed with this. It was simple. It wasn't too expensive compared to the old school style. Would I use this again? Absolutely. I will have these switches tagged down below if you want to order them because, number one, it helps my channel greatly because a lot of money made on social media is not from the companies that you make these videos on, but if you can sell things, which I really never ask you guys to order from my links, and I decided I'm going to start to try to do that just because I put a lot of work and time into these videos and I want to try to make something out of it. So who's texting me? But they don't just make these in switches. They make them in outlets. They make them in regular 2-pole switches. They make them in 3-way switches. I'm impressed. I will tag these products and all of the tools that I used in this video below if you're interested in purchasing them. Again, greatly helps my channel. Very much appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in tutorial videos like this. I already have a ton of them up on my channel. We have over 100,000 followers on here. And for some reason, I feel like I'm really just getting started here on social media. I feel like I'm starting to hit my stride. I've got the right equipment to do this. So, I appreciate you guys following. Again, if you're ever going to do your own electrical work, know the risks that are involved, know what you're doing, okay? Have a solid footing and know what you're doing before you go and start messing with your system. Safety first, use testers, make sure that power is out, always. That's it for me today, and this is a 3-way switch, so I gotta go throw another one of these in right now. And the other one is a double plate, and I wish I got the regular switch with this push to click just because how easy that was. I'm a fan of it. It's very hot out here. Time to get back to work. Until next time, Dave Doc DIY. See you later.